first thing you notice here, day or night, is the colorful street art. Somehow graffiti just doesn't cut it as a descriptor. There's clearly a lot of it, and it's really good. The street art here is literally at the root of Getsemaní's transformation. As recently as the year 2000, this neighborhood was considered dangerous with high crime and prostitution. But in the past 2 decades, there's been a radical transformation, beginning with this group of a core of artists beautifying the once ugly blank walls of abandoned and crumbling buildings and sparking a rejuvenation that's been astounding. Getsemaní was where slaves and other people of lower socioeconomic status lived in Cartagena's stratified society under Spanish rule. In fact, slaves were used to build the old city's elaborate wall and castle, and plenty of them died doing it. The vibe here is palpably different. Laid back, less hectic, yet crawling with activity, especially in the evening, where egalitarian eateries, street food stalls, and bars draw a distinctly more bohemian crowd. I'm in the Plaza of the Holy Trinity here in Getsemani, the seat of where this community was founded. And in almost any direction, there are restaurants serving staple local specialties, as well as street food that's become famous here for its complexity and its sophistication, while still being cheap. Without trying to overstate it, there remains a kind of openness and unpretentiousness about this neighborhood. If you ask anybody, they'll say that there's no strangers here, that everybody is accepted and welcome. And it's a place that's palpably more hospitable even than the normal great hospitality of Colombians generally. Well, this beautiful little street that I'm on has something in common, nomenclature-wise, with the street just over from it. The other one is called Wide Street, and this one is called Narrow Street. And yet the fact is, Narrow Street is only slightly less wide than Wide Street. Son bonitos.
Yo este coso no te lo voy a dar.
So here I am on the so-called wide street, having just come from the narrow street. But can you tell the difference? I can't. Getsemaní's rehabilitation, if you will, has not come without cost. Primarily, I'm talking about gentrification, which has caused a real problem here because so many of the original residents have either been forced out or tempted to sell out. A gentleman who's lived here for years told me yesterday that people whose homes were worth the equivalent of 60,000 US dollars were now going for 300,000 or more. And so the temptation is great. Meanwhile, the upscale hotels and boutiques and cool hostels and nice restaurants are rapidly filling up the space. And with that, of course, comes erosion of the very thing that draws people here to begin with. The color just never ends in this place. You gotta love it.